My bucket is, just a 5-gallon. You have your plastic bags, toilet seat, a plastic. It works just fine to live. So I will make it work. You live one day at a time and you hope that things get better.
There's my kitchen. Yes, I am out in the woods. But here's a little secret. I got plenty of privacy. But if you will look, I'll right over there and get me some help. Good.
No, and then we have people like me, the baby boom. Some of us, some people have been homeless so long, they aged as...
Money is tight because her only income is Social Security. She's sold many of her possessions over the last few... Sandra says she is seeing...
Oh my gosh, guys. I just watched this video and honestly, my heart is breaking. How is it possible that in 2025, seniors who worked their entire lives in the U.S. are now living on the streets? It's absolutely heartbreaking. It really made me stop and think, how did we get here? I'm in awe of the strength of these people, but also furious at a system that allows this to happen. Watch till the end, because these stories will give you chills. And tell me in the comments, what do you think could actually help change this? We're talking about people who gave their all for decades. And now, because of sky-high rent and relentless inflation, they can't even afford a roof over their heads. Like, I get it, life's expensive, but hearing that just one bill increase or a medical emergency can push someone into homelessness, that's...
So wages haven't gone up, but the rent has gone up. I read a big article today about Florida. Florida has gone up 40% to 50% in 5 years on the rent. It's forcing people to be homeless. A lot of people are living on the streets because they can't afford an apartment.
Every day I wake up wondering where I'm going to stay at night. Being that I'm 63 and I should be homed somewhere in a nice place with a nice bed, I wish every day that I could be out. So I do a lot of wishing. I wish I could find some place and cook a meal. And it's hard living here because I'm in my van because I'm limited to what I can do. So I've got a lot of dreaming going on. This is my house and my bed and my storage underneath, my ice chest, my clothing. My bucket is, just a 5-gallon. You have your plastic bags. You have a toilet seat, which I got at Walmart, and it is a toilet seat, a plastic. It works just fine. Not a lot of room. You get used to it though, when you have to. You make it your own. It's hard to decide what you're going to do every day because you're spending a long time every day waiting in your car to live your life because there's not a lot to do. It can happen to anyone. It happened to me and I never thought it would happen to me. As long as it takes, I'll make it work because I need a place to live. So I will make it work. You live one day at a time and you hope that things get better for you.
As the housing stock shrinks of available units, because that's the other thing. We've had a huge population increase, and then we have people like me, the baby boom, and we are the new homeless, some of us. Some people have been homeless so long, they aged as a homeless person. But a large contributor to homelessness today are older people who are able to hang on, have a low level job, live in a trailer or a small house or, somewhat poverty, but then an illness comes along and everything's gone. They can't pay a medical bill. The car's repossessed, the house is gone. So there are a lot of older people, and that's a whole different order of service needs because these are people sometimes with diabetes, advanced cardiac conditions, They've not been homeless before, so it's quite a shock to their aging systems to be in that situation or in shelters.
I am a caregiver, and sometimes it is just Oh, it's so heavy to hear of people who are not receiving services. They don't have anybody for whatever reason. There is a gentleman that I learned about 2 days ago who is an amputee and living in a hotel and has a catheter and just all of the things, and was paying rent to live in some rundown hotel, and evidently now the hotel is condemned. They've shut off the power, I'm sure in an effort to get this person out of there. And it's just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking, and I don't have extra money. I'm going to be lucky if I make my bills over the next month, but if I had the ability, I absolutely would help this person. And it's just so breaking to hear about, you know, these situations with our elderly people. Like, we take better care of prisoners than we do our elderly, and I just, you know, for the life of me, I don't understand that. I used to work in jails, and they're so entitled. I don't know. We've got to do better.
So tell me, how did you end up homeless?
I don't have money. Everything is going up. The prices in the supermarket, everything.
She says the rent increased by $400 a month. Imagine that you would be homeless?
No, never mind. Never mind. No. You listen to somebody told you that the homeless idea disappeared.
But here's the harsh reality nationwide. The elderly homeless population is increasing dramatically because their fixed incomes cannot cover the high cost of housing, according to Pew Research. Studies also show the elderly require more physical and mental care, which increases the cost and reduces the housing options.
The fastest, largest growing population of unhoused, unsheltered, homeless individuals are the elderly.
A startling number of South Florida senior citizens are experiencing homelessness.
One woman was brave enough to share her story in hopes of helping others find their voice.
Carolyn's clothes hang neatly in the back seat of her car.
I'm a neat freak.
And are organized in the trunk.
This is my dry cleaning my silks, which I can't afford right now.
Dry cleaning is the least of her concerns for this 78-year-old. She's been living in her car for nearly 2 months because she can't afford a place to live.
I look at it as a journey. I've had many journeys in my life.
Money is tight because her only income is Social Security. She's sold many of her possessions over the last few years, but she still doesn't have enough money. We spoke with her here in a well-lit parking lot in North Broward, where she spends time doing word puzzles.
Where it has the large letters for people like me.
And sleeping, sitting up.
Since I've been here, I sleep here in the seat, squinched down. My ankles and legs are swollen from having to sit all the time. I buy jug water, it's cheaper. And I eat one meal a day for $2.02, and then I get a free senior drink.
She gets free gym memberships as part of her Medicare plan.
I do go shower and do my makeup, my hair.
Very brave. Very brave.
Cassandra Rett, the Housing and Social Services Manager for the city of Pompano Beach, is trying to find Carolyn a place to live.
She was my godsend.
It could be my aunt. It could be my mother. And it just breaks my heart just how humble Carolyn is.
Cassandra says she is seeing more and more seniors in need. Support services for them are at capacity.
As you know, the rent is skyrocketed. That's the main factor of why these seniors are on the street, is because they cannot afford the rent.
This is my tent. There's my little deferring ditch. There's my kitchen. Yes, I am out in the woods. But here's a little secret. I got plenty of privacy. But if you will look right there, there is a road. You can't get to it by vehicle from here, because I kind of weave through the trees to find my spot. But in case of emergency, I can just walk right over there and get me some help. But I prefer staying out here. You're way back there, that's my latrine. I won't be using it until it dries out. So, and let me introduce you to the crew. Excuse the mess in the tent. There's little Scooter. Hi, Scooter. And there's Buster. And there's Little Bit. I got me a heater. I got me my coffee. And I got me tobacco and smoke. I'm good. I can sit this rain out and enjoy myself.
I just found out that the fastest growing demographic of homeless people are the elderly. Because they've been priced out of their homes.
I'm praying for him because I really and truly understand